Welcome one and all to a Trainlover16 video!
Oh man, I want this series to be over so badly, but my lazy, procrastination-prone self keeps on putting off doing these VHS reviews in favour of writing Raptor Dogs, working on other videos, or being a lazy sod. But I've got a few other ideas for VHS reviews left, so now this series won't be ending this Christmas with Bob the Builder: A Christmas to Remember, but rather I'm going to do a few more reviews, and then The Little Engine That Could, 1991, will be the finale of this series next year. But in the meantime, let's do my penultimate VHS review of this year. The Steam Era number 3, Steaming Back to Marylebone. So this is another train documentary I bought at the East Anglian Railway Museum. I think it was the East Anglian Railway Museum anyway, I'm pretty sure it was. You may remember the last VHS review was about a train documentary I bought at the East Anglian Railway Museum. This is another one. This one focuses on London Marylebone and the Great Central Railway. So Marylebone being the Great Central Railway's London terminus, opening in 1899. But then the Great Central Railway was completely closed down under Dr. Beeching, and Marylebone has since become the terminus for the Chiltern Main Line. You know, the towns that travel through the Chiltern Hills along the Chiltern Main Line via Banbury up to Birmingham. So yeah, but this documentary dates from like the late 80s, the mid to late 80s, when steam specials returned to Marylebone, like every Sunday throughout 1985, I believe. But so it should be an interesting VHS, so let's see what it has to offer. Here's the front cover, here's the spine, here's the back. David Coleman narrates, exempt from classification. Released in 1988, but I think it was filmed in 1985, but this particular release came out in 1988, despite this being filmed in 1985, and it has a running time of 60 minutes. So, sit back, relax, get some snacks and a drink. This review's going to be about 65 to 70 minutes long. Right, I'm putting it on the floor today because there's quite a lot of stuff on my sofa at the moment. Open up. There's the tape. And there's the back. Right, in you go. And onto the tripod you go, camera. Oh, and while this plays, I'll be doing a bit more Raptor Dogs writing and sorting out my new, sorting OneDrive out from my new laptop. I got a new laptop today because my old one's, the motherboard of my old one was completely fried. Stupid camera, focus please. Can you focus please, camera? There we go. Online video. Steaming back to Marylebone. Or Marylebone. pronounce it both ways. There's Green Arrow I've talked about. Bringing Green Arrow back to Steam. And before. And there we are.
Marylebone Station has always been a quiet place with a strong provincial flavour, where the twittering of birds is heard more often than the sound of trains. The station was the result of a cross-country railway, the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire, trying to reach London and becoming a larger, more important concern.
Great Central Railway also wanted to expand all the way. They wanted to build their own Channel Tunnel across to France and beyond as well, and thus was built to accommodate European loading gauge for the larger European locos, and they built their engines to a European gauge standard as well, which is why all of Great Central's engines are very big and bulky, which I like.
Terracotta dressings appear amongst the red bank pressed bricks. Apart from a little scuttling about in rush hours, the pace of activity is quite gentle.
Yeah, nowadays Marylebone is a lot busier.
Because of having plenty of room and few passengers.
Much more passengers these days.
When completed in 1899, only 4 platforms were built. This was considered sufficient for the traffic generated then. No more were to be added. Traffic never did expand to fill the wide concourse. Buildings were erected on the site to fill in the empty space. Looking back, it seems that the Great Central Railway's entry into London came too late.
Maybe.
By the end of the 1800s, the railway expansion was over. Marylebone shouldn't have happened. At Finchley Road, the single tunnel has sufficed for all this time. The other one has never been used. In January 1985, the Post Office issued some railway stamps to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Great Western Railway. Sir Nigel Gresley was brought along to advertise the event.
Ah, Sir Nigel Gresley. You know, back then he was painted in LNER Express Blue, but nowadays he's painted in BR Blue.
Sir Terence Cuneo, the stamp's designer,
I prefer the look of LNER. I prefer the look of Big Four of LNER engines as they were in the Big Four days than as they were during BR days.
Jim Palm of Radio London and Radio Medway was on duty too.
I haven't driven this particular one before, and I always wanted to. And I had the opportunity and took it. I'm very, very pleased to do so.
And how does she feel?
Very, very nice. Everything goes perfect. I would like to get 200 mile an hour with it, but they won't let me.
200 miles an hour.
Satisfied, enthusiasts were
Do you
let
think-
loose to surround.
Could the
Sir
A4s even be
Later on,
capable of 200? I mean,
train went up
with
to
some
Boston
modifications,
and back several
maybe.
times.
Mallard did end up going faster than
After all that excitement, the
HSTs
station
and
sleeps again.
most express trains of today, after all, albeit only 1 mile an hour faster.
When this film was made in 1985, BR was still using the old Great Central Hotel for offices.
And now it's been redeveloped as the Landmark Hotel, which I've stayed in a couple times, and it's an amazing hotel.
It was opened in the same year as the station. It's doubtful if all those rooms were taken up by the Great Central passengers. By 1916, the government took it over for a convalescent home for wounded officers from the First World War. Years later, just before nationalisation took place, the LNER bought it to use as offices. This was one of BR's staff canteens. LNER A4s in wartime black take us back through the Great Steam Age. Very few loco spotters were around then. Did they all want to be engine drivers?
Yes, they did.
Back in 1966, railway enthusiast and cameraman Ken Atwood didn't want all trace of the steam age at Marylebone to disappear.
Good.
This is his fine work, immortalising the last Black Fives. They were in terrible condition, dirty, leaking from many
Black
joints.
Fives are good,
Just
but not
about
really
running
none of my
to the
favourite
ground.
engines.
The line of dead locos grew longer, and diesels were coming in.
Ugh.
On the main line, many had taken over express trains.
Class
The steam would
47.
end completely in 2 years. And the writing was on the wall for the Great Central Railway. Mutterings were heard about cutting back services to Aylesbury and High Wycombe, or even closing down completely. That threat remains today. It's thought that services could be diverted to Paddington.
Thankfully, that never happened, and Paddington is still... No, Marylebone is still open today. With Chiltern Railways.
During that last summer of 1966, Ken Atwood filmed the last few runs to Nottingham. The last steam departure was on September the 3rd, 1966. Note how tidy and neat the Greisers were then. Ken Atwood filmed several trips from Marylebone in that period. Today we are going to Harrow and beyond.
I understand that the Great Central Railway was nothing more than a duplicate route of the Midland Main Line, but part of me feels it shouldn't have been closed. In fact, almost none of what Dr. Beeching closed should have closed, in my opinion. Especially as all those communities depended on the railways for their livelihoods, regardless of how little profit they made for BR. Profit is not everything. It is. Next to it is. It is left hand. It is left hand. London Underground. Back then, the branch to Stanmore was operated by the Bakerloo line, I believe, back in 1966. This was before the Jubilee line.
Our line leaves the Metropolitan line soon after, heading to Buckingham.
Yeah, the Metropolitan line and the Bakerloo line. Yeah, the branch from Baker Street to Stanmore was run by the Bakerloo line back then, before it became part of the Jubilee line. Metropolitan Line A stock, which had only been in service for 6 years at that point.
This is Aylesbury.
Aylesbury. Now part of the Chiltern Main Line. Chiltern Railways. Road, I think, is now on the, like... Is it called the Aylesbury Valley Railway? I can't remember. Wheel slip. You gotta love it when you see wheel slip. Oh wait, no, it's the Buckinghamshire Railway Centre, I think, that does the section, that runs the section between Aylesbury and Quainton Road now.
As predicted, the main line to Nottingham was closed completely. Many stations were closed and demolished. The Great Central had nearly all gone.
Well, it shouldn't have. Then again, it is nice.
This section remains.
It is nice that we have the
Railway Preservation Society at Loughborough, and steam trains are back in action, if only on a short stretch of line.
But again, it is nice that we have a heritage railway. Back
to 1985, and Sir Nigel Breslin...
It is nice that we have a heritage railway with double track in this country. Hell, if Dr. Beeching hadn't closed so many railway lines, I don't think we'd have so many steam railways in this country.
Been around for 50 years now. first entering service in 1935. This locomotive was Sir Nigel Gresley's 100th Pacific and was named after him at Marylebone in November 1937.
Nice. Very good. Very good. I'm very glad Sir Nigel Gresley's still in steam today. Ah. Lovely 6-beat exhaust sound there with the 3 cylinders. Toot. That is such a fine sight. Very, very nice sight indeed. Nice. It has an incredible sounding whistle as well. Oh, that is such a nice sight. I would have loved to have seen that in person. I am lucky enough to have seen a couple of mainline steam rail tours in person. I saw Tornado once in person on the main line, as well as
summer came, so did the snow.
Snow
Nigel
in
is
summer.
going to Stratford again.
Is he
We
joking?
have 6 cameramen en route.
Is he joking? Snow in summer? What kind of sense does that make? That can't be summer. I think that might have been like February 1985 or something. All big clunky film camera there. I love
In
old
brilliant
cameras like
sunshine,
that.
Sir Nigel has done it again.
Lovely stuff.
The locomotive has to go off, travelling a few miles to a triangle of lines to be reversed, ready for its homeward journey.
Yeah, turntables and water towers and things. All that we've got on that are all gone now. Very sad indeed.
Water supplies are always a problem on steam specials. All the water columns were removed years ago. Sir Nigel is 30 minutes late and can't restart its train. It's having trouble.
I can tell. Thick black smoke there. Bad coal, most likely.
Eventually, the Class 31 diesel pushed from behind, and the train slowly moved.
Class 31s are nice, but yeah, steam almost always beats diesel.
Weeks later, the specials are running every Sunday. We see BR do clean coaches sometimes.
Yes, but not all the time.
Today, it's the Duchess of Hamilton on duty.
Duchess of Hamilton's a nice engine as well. The Duchess class is great, but obviously they look better with their original streamline casing. I talked about this during my LMS themed live stream. situation is this. The situation is this. Okay.
During the week, VR had done some maintenance on the track at Willesden Green. The track had been raised after repacking the ballast. The
Interesting.
next Sunday, the Duchess ripped out some rivets from its cab roof after hitting a bridge.
Oh dear. Yeah, the Duchess also has a nice whistle, but I think I definitely prefer Sir Nigel Gresley's chime whistle. Okay, here's this.
Was hurriedly prepared overnight for the next few runs, no doubt having a smaller profile.
Clan line, we talked about him in my last live stream of
Come
at Southern
daybreak,
Railway.
the Duchess was also prepared for standby duty and will help send off Clan Line.
Very nice.
A small fire was maintained to supply just enough steam to get over to the platforms. Now it's time for Clan Line to move over to its platform and join its train. The locomotive was built in 1948 at Eastleigh. She worked such famous trains such as the Golden Arrow, Bournemouth Bell and the Atlantic Coast Express.
Very,
The engine was
it's a
used
lovely
in
engine.
Stewart's Lane and Nine Elms depots. The Merchant Navy Locomotive Society bought
All steam locomotives built after World War II were intended to last until the 1980s, or perhaps even the early 90s. I reckon they should have remained in service until the 80s or 90s. I reckon they should have lived a full 40-year working life.
It carries 5 tons of coal
and not hastily withdrawn in the late 60s. Complete waste, if you ask me. Steam everywhere. Slip. You can tell it was dubbed over. This audio was dubbed over because the chuffing sounds don't match the because the wheel slip. The chuffing should have got a lot faster when the wheel slip occurred, but it didn't. So it's obvious this audio has been dubbed over.
So another successful Sunday lunch special has gone down the old Great Central Railway line. Meanwhile, the Duchess sits quietly at the end of the platform to remind us of the old steam trains of the past, which left Marylebone to go to Manchester, Sheffield, and Lincolnshire.
If only the Great Central Railway was still around in its original form today. But at least we've got the Heritage Great Central Railway and its 5 miles of double track between Loughborough and Rothley, or Rothley, however you pronounce it. And soon, once the northern section once the reunification project to to link it up with Great Central Railway Nottingham is completed, we'll have a one big 18-mile long steam railway, which I will go and visit again once it's opened. I have been to the Great Central Railway before, but only once.
Other cameramen captured the passing of steam traction from Marylebone in the 1960s.
Very grubby engines. This one's colour footage, this one's black and white. That looks like Britannia there. Well, even the diesels looked grubby back then. I thought BR kept their diesels clean because they wanted them to be the pride of the line. The pride of their services. Harrow on the Hill Underground, round all there.
A few specials were run up the Great Central Main Line, like this one, starting from Waterloo. It's the Great Central Rail Tour of the 13th of August, 1966. Photo stop, Aylesbury.
Aylesbury.
At Nottingham Victoria, long since gone, a change of engines.
Rest in peace, Nottingham Victoria.
To bring the story up to date, the expected closure of Marylebone didn't happen. The place will be given a fresh coat of paint in keeping with the image of Network South East. All the old semaphore signalling will go, and new trains are on order. Very many more steam specials have been running since 1985.
Good.
The Shakespeare lunch trains are still running, and privately hired steam trains start from here too.
Well, the lunch trains I don't think run out of Marylebone on a regular basis anymore, though I wish they did. So I think this was released in 1988. This VHS. This was filmed in I think these may have been filmed in like 1987 or 1988 with slightly higher quality cameras. Oh, Flying Scotsman as well. Now that's how Flying Scotsman should look. No smoke deflectors, LNER apple green. That is how Flying Scotsman should look. And it's 4472 number as well.
Oops. Well, I think that's Beaconsfield on the Chiltern Main Line. Flying Scotsman pounding through. I think this may have been filmed either the year. Sea Green and Jordan's strange name. This may have been filmed either the year or the year before Flying Scotsman went to Australia. I remember having a VHS of Flying Scotsman's Australia trip. I used to watch that religiously. I think it was by Odyssey Films. William Pulfer would be able to tell me. At least I assume so. I apologise to William in advance if I assume wrong, though he probably could. Oh, number 777, Sir Lamiel, the sole surviving King Arthur class. Talked about this engine as well. No smoke deflectors, though. Strange. Sir Lamiel looks better with his Maunsell smoke deflectors. Now he does have his smoke deflectors. Strange.
Enthusiasts at Stratford have 2 steam locos here today.
not even interesting. Why did he not have his smoke deflectors before, but now he does? Is it that great? Why? Standard class 4 tender engine there. At least I assume that's a standard class 4. Not 100% sure. A lot of the BR standard series looks so similar to me. A few of the engines from the BR standard series look so similar to me. But then that was the point, standardized designs. If you get what I mean. I think it's nearly over now. I don't think that was dubbed over because you can see the wheel slip, the chuffing sounds match the wheel slip on screen. Yeah, this slightly newer footage I don't think was dubbed over. Class 25 there. 08. Yeah, I like this higher frame rate 80s footage. Not like the stuff from 1985 before. Is that clan line again? It's 35028, so it must be clan line, or at least I assume it is. Gold narrow nameplate on there, even though it's not. It's going nowhere near the route that the actual Golden Arrow express train took out of Charing Cross.
I apologise for how quiet I've been on this stream. Not only have I been concentrating on writing one of the Raptor Dog scripts, but I also just haven't had that much to say. EMU there.
Uh, 4711, that must be, yep, it's Green Arrow.
Toot.
Wheel slip.
Lovely. Three-cylinder machine is Green Arrow as well.
Spring 1988, and it's real Grice's weather. It's frozen fingers time again.
There's the slightly lower quality camera again.
Once the most commonly seen engine here in the 1960s. It's on a private hire train.
Nice. Private hire.
Oh.
A week later, and the same engine is going to take out the train to Stratford for the lunch special.
Again, I poked the lunch special.
Great Western Railway engine there. Is that a hall or a castle? It might be a hall. Yeah, I think that's a hall. Looks to be slightly smaller than a castle, though I wouldn't know for sure. That's just my guess that it's a castle.
Mallard visits Marylebone. It's hired by the post office to promote a new stamp.
Yeah, there's Maillard. Maillard. Ah. Well, I think that's it then. No outro. No thanks for watching, no credits, it just ends. Well, I guess it is what it is. Can't sit around waiting for the tape to start rewinding though, even though I've pressed fast forward. Battery's starting to run out on this camera. You can see there's only 3 minutes left, so oh, hang on, now it is rewinding. Either way, I'm gonna wrap this review up now while you guys listen to the tape rewinding. So, thank you all so much for watching this. Overall, this is a good VHS, interesting documentary, gives some interesting history, and shows some nice footage that was captured on the Chiltern Line and the Great Central Line. And Chiltern Main Line and the Great Central Main Line. So yeah, very nice VHS. If you're a train enthusiast, definitely add that to your collection. Though if you're not interested in trains, in like steam trains and things, which I completely understand, and like watching steam trains go by and things, which I completely understand, then don't bother getting this. But if you're a train enthusiast and you love watching steam trains and such, then yeah, I'd say do get this. But that's going to be it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching this VHS review, everyone. So the next one is going to be Bob the Builder, A Christmas to Remember. That'll be... I hope to do that just before Christmas. I hope you're looking forward to that. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share this video with your friends. Oh, hang on. Yeah, share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to me, Trainlover16, if you haven't already. I'm gonna fight my OCD this time and not rewind the tape all the way to the back, all the way to the end, especially as there's nothing but the blackness at the beginning. For like the first 45 seconds-ish, I won't bother doing that. So there we go. Tape is back in its box. So once again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to me, Trainlover16, if you haven't already. And I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everyone!